On this one, it breaks up as square root of 4, square root of 3. So that's 2 times... it should have been 4 there at the beginning. There we go. 2, then square root of 3. That'll be 8 square root of 3, B. This one breaks up as square root of 4, square root of 2, so that's 9 times 2. 18 square root of 2. This breaks up as 4 and 5. 6 times 2 square root of 5 is going to be B. This one breaks up as 4 and 6. 3 times 2 square root of 6 is going to be D. Pick a number and bring it up. Winning numbers are 2, 3, 7, 12, and 20. Bring your homework up. You must have the work shown for all 15 problems in order to get full credit. 8 out of 11 is 73%. The answers for the problems. Number 1 should be 6 plus square root of 6 minus 3 square root of 2 over 3. And for number 2, it is 6 minus 2 square root of 6 minus 6 square root of 2 over 12 square root of 3 divided by 3. And number 3 is 20 plus 8 square root of 3 plus 5 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 6 over 13. On number 4, there was just a small mistake that I found earlier, and I believe it is in here. Notice you have 12 square root of 3 minus 4 square root of 3. That's 8 square root of 3, and it should be plus there. And then also there should be a plus there. So the final answer is 9 plus 4 square root of 3 over 2. And for number 5, you'll have 90 minus 20 square root of 6 plus 27 square root of 3 minus 18 square root of 2 over 57. On number 6, we have 6 plus 4 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 10 minus 4 square root of 5. And on 7, we have 3 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 6 plus 4 square root of 3. On number 8, it is 36 plus 9 square root of 5 plus 8 square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 15 over 22. And 9 is 28 minus 7 square root of 2 plus 8 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 6 over 42. 10 is 6 plus 3 square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 6 plus 3 square root of 2. On number 11, I know there was a mistake on this somewhere. Let's see if I can find it again. Can't remember from first period what it was, but we'll find it. Okay, so we broke this up, came down here to get this. That's fine. And I think I know what happened. From here to here, it was divided by 2, which is right. But you can't go any further than that because there's just a 1 there in front of the 3. So that should not have been divided by 2 again. And when you change the sign of everything, there should be a negative sign there, 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 and there. Of course, this one becomes plus on the bottom. So the final answer should be negative 4 minus 4 square root of 2 minus square root of 3 minus square root of 6, all of that over 2. On number 12, it is 12 plus 3 square root of 2 over 2, or plus 2 square root of 6, and then plus square root of 3, all of that over 14. Anybody still need to see that? Alright, 13 is 30 minus 5 square root of 3 minus 6 square root of 2 plus square root of 6, all of that over 33. And then 14 is 55 plus 11 square root of 5 minus 5 square root of 6 minus square root of 30 over 20. And 15 is 36 plus 4 square root of 6 plus 9 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3. To simplify radical expressions, example 1. In this problem, the radical terms are already simplified, so all you can do now is to multiply the top and the bottom by the following. I'm trying to change the pen color here and talk at the same time. Multiply the top and the bottom by 4 plus 3 square root of 3 over 4 plus 3 square root of 3. And then when you multiply the top, remember you're multiplying 3 by 4 first, and that will give you 12. Then it is 3 times 3 square root of 3. That would be 9 square root of 3. Then you do 2 square root of 2 times 4. You're multiplying the 2 on the outside times the 4 to get 8. The square root of 2 just tags along. So 8 square root of 2. And then 2 square root of 2 times 3 square root of 3. Multiply the 2 and the 3 on the outside to get 6. Multiply radical 2 and radical 3 to get radical 6. On the bottom, it's going to be a difference of 2 squares, so you're going to have 4 squared is 16, and subtract from that the square of this times the square of this. That would be 9 times 3. 16 minus 27 is a negative 11. Now go back and investigate the radical terms. You have 3, 2, and 6. They can't be simplified. You have 12, 9, 8, 6, and 11. We can't factor out anything there. But we can get rid of the negative sign on the denominator by making everything change signs. So it's negative 12 minus 9 square root of 3 minus 8 square root of 2 minus 6 square root of 6 over 11. Example 2. Look at the radical terms first. 6 and 3. You can't simplify those. So all you can do now is multiply the top and the bottom by 2 minus 3 square root of 3. Start on the top. Multiply 8 by 2 to get 16. 8 by minus 3 square root of 3 to get minus 24 square root of 3. Move to this term and do 3 square root of 6 times 2. Multiply the 3 and the 2 together to get 6. The square root of 6 just tags along. Now multiply this term by this one. Notice that it's plus and then minus. So the answer is minus. Multiply 3 times 3 first to get 9. And then multiply square root of 6 times square root of 3 to get square root of 18. On the bottom, 2 squared is 4. We have to square this. Subtract the square of this. That would be 9 times 3, which is a 27. Gives you a negative 23. Now investigate the radical terms, 3, 6, and 18. 3 and 6 are okay, but you can get a 9 out of 18. So let's change that and make it 9 square root of 9 square root of 2, which will become a 3 there. 3 times 9 is 27. So the back end is minus 27 square root of 2. Now look at 16, 24, 6, 27, and 23. Can't factor anything out of those. So all we can do now is change the sign of everything because we have a minus sign or a negative sign on the bottom. So it would be negative 16 plus 24 square root of 3 minus 6 square root of 6 plus 27 square root of 2 over 23. Alright, bonus problems. On this problem, you're going to have to multiply the top and the bottom by 3 plus 2 square root of 6. And when you multiply on the top, you should come up with 12 plus 8 square root of 6 minus 15 square root of 2 minus 10 square root of 12. And on the bottom, you'll have 9 minus 4 times 6, which is 24. That would give me a negative 15. Now investigate the radical terms. 6 and 2 are okay, but that 12's got to change. What this is going to become is 4 and 3. You can break it up as 4 and 3. So it's really 10 square root of 4 square root of 3. That's 10 times 2 square root of 3. So it would be 20 square root of 3. Now go back and investigate 12, 8, 15, 20, and 15. We cannot get a factor out of all of those. So the only thing we can do is change the sign of everything to get rid of this. So we have a negative 12 minus 8 square root of 6 plus 15 square root of 2 plus 20 square root of 3. All of that over 15. Yep, Mollet and Ramey. Yeah, 4 in, and Sanders is right. Anybody else on the bonus? Alright, it should be this. On the bonus problem, it breaks up as 16 and 2. So that would be 16 times 4 square root of 2, which is 64 square root of 2. On this problem, we should simplify this first. So the top stays the same. On the bottom, 8 breaks up as 4 and 2. So you're going to end up with a 10 square root of 2. And you can multiply that by 4 plus 10 square root of 2 over 4 plus 10 square root of 2. Now, on the top, when you multiply, you should get 4 plus 10 square root of 2, and then plus 8 square root of 2. And on the back end, we have 2 times 10, which is 20. This times this is 2. 20 times 2 is 40. And then on the bottom, you'll have 16 minus 25 times... Oh, well, we're not doing that one. We're doing this one. 100 times this squared is 100 times 2, which is 200. That would give you a negative 184 on the bottom. Look at your radical terms. 2 and 2 can't be simplified, but they are like terms. So you have 10 and 8 of them. That would make 18. 4 and 40 add to get 44. So 44 plus 18 square root of 2 over a negative 184. Now clearly we have even numbers here, here, and here. So you can at least cut them in half. And we have a negative sign. So we can kill two things with one stone here. And that would be by changing the sign of everything and dividing by 2. So you get a negative 22 minus 9 square root of 2. And a positive, what is that, a 92 on the bottom? So this would be your final answer. 5 square root of 8. That 8 breaks up as 4 and 2. That's where the 10 square root of 2 came from. The bonus problem breaks up as 16 and 3. So that's 12 times 4 square root of 3, which would be 48 square root of 3. This one breaks up as 4 and 5. So we'll have 20 times 2 square root of 5, which is 40 square root of 5. Further than the other class, so we'll do a mid-class quiz. On this one, it's going to break up as 16 and 2, so we're going to have 9 times 4 square root of 2, which is going to be B. On this one, it breaks up as 4 and 2, so that would be 8 times 2 square root of 2, which is 16 square root of 2. Answer on this one is B. This one is 12 square root of 4 square root of 3, which is 12 times 2 square root of 3. That would be C. Don't put any calculators away. Don't file anything away or go to the paper box. Just start working on the homework, and when the bell goes off, then you can start putting everything away.